and I'm just realizing I forgot to talk about dehydrated skin. Welcome to today's video on skin types and how to identify them. And big disclaimer, I really have no business talking about this because I am not a medical professional, a dermatologist, and those are the people that really can help you identify your skin type. I'm just going to talk to you from my own experience and why I think it's important to know your skin type. So basically, I'm a skincare enthusiast with... How many times around the sun does 47 years old mean? And I've basically just come to learn and apply what works best for my skin, which for reference is combination sensitive prone and rosacea prone. So see what I did there? I didn't say that I have sensitive skin or rosacea skin. I actually use always the term sensitive prone and rosacea prone in my skincare videos, and I classify my skin type as combination skin. So in this video, I'm going to explain why. And honestly, it's not really about labeling what your skin is or isn't. I think why knowing your skin type is most important is so that you know the products that you can pick and choose to curate your skincare routine that will give you the most balance in your skin. For me, that is always the goal, how to get balanced skin. Speaking of balance, that's really what I consider to be normal skin. And you'll see that labeled on skincare products. Well, for me, balance is kind of like that elusive unicorn that I'm always chasing after. So for me, when my sensitivity is under control, my redness isn't as flared up, but my T-zone isn't as oily because of the products I am using, I tend to achieve a balanced equilibrium when I get to that state. The problem is I can't classify myself as normal skin because it isn't normal 80% of the time. I kind of follow that Pareto principle of the 80-20 rule, and whatever your skin is on the regular 80% of the time, that's more or less what your skin type is. While I can achieve a sense of equilibrium at times, my skin's go-to to revert back to is always combination sensitive prone or rosacea prone. Some people have overall oily skin, and oily skin is characterized by an excess of sebum production all over the face. So I would classify oily skin as a skin type because 80% of the time that's what you're experiencing. And of course, the complete opposite to oily skin is dry skin. There's not enough sebum production, and as a result, skin is often dry and flaky. I think sometimes we confuse the problems we have with our skin as a skin type, and that to me isn't very helpful. So for me, when I consider skin types, I really think of four. There's normal or balanced skin, dry skin, oily skin, combination skin. And all four of those have to do with how much oil production is in your skin. Either overproducing, underproducing, or just right. To me, what I find, everything else that is considered a skin issue is in combination with one of those skin types. So you can have a dry skin that's easily sensitized. You can have oily skin that's also acne prone. You can have combination skin like me that's sensitive prone, or aging is an issue for me. I think understanding what my skin type is and the main skin issues I'm trying to target has helped me to really pick and choose the skincare products that really target those two things in combination. So the first thing I did to determine my skin type was look in the mirror. It's actually pretty obvious for me. I'm very shiny in my T-zone, and it really comes out by the end of the day. So if I were just to cleanse and moisturize my face and just go about my day, as the day wears on, the oil really starts to show in this area of my face. Oily skin people tend to have oil all over their face. Dry people are dry AF, and normal skin people have that balance. And also the people who have normal skin, we hate you. Just kidding. But also take into consideration that your skin type can change over time. I would say that in my 20s, I was much more of a normal balanced skin type. It was in my 30s and 40s that I really came into my combination skin type. So of course, I'm hoping as I progress into my 50s fairly soon that I will swing into the normal balanced again. But probably, if I'm being realistic, it's probably going to be dry. Should have asked at the beginning. Comment below what your skin type is, but also make note, has it changed over time? So why does any of this matter? I think it actually helps you pick the baseline of your skincare routine. So what is your cleanser, your moisturizer, and your sunscreen? Because I think you would choose those very differently. If you were oily skinned, you might want to choose a cleanser that has something like salicylic acid in it. And of course, drier skin types might prefer cleansers or moisturizers that have hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid and glycerin. skin. The same would apply to a moisturizer. If you have combination skin like me, I really like moisturizers that have niacinamide in it because it helps to control the oil production in my skin. And while I like to have a glowy finish with my sunscreen, someone who has very oily skin may opt for a matte sunscreen. So I think it can really help you to pick your basic skincare routine, and then you can target your skin issues with the serum section of your routine. So when I'm targeting my skin issues, think vitamin C for hyperpigmentation. I incorporate retinoids because I'm trying to tackle the signs of aging, but I'll also choose calming and soothing ingredients that really help with my rosacea as well. At least this is how I approach it. I'd love to hear if you do approach it differently. And I'm just realizing I forgot to talk about dehydrated skin. Again, I don't consider that to be a skin type. When you think about the skin types that I've talked about, it's all in relation to the sebum production in the skin, whereas dehydrated skin doesn't have enough water in the skin. So you can have any skin type, but also have dehydrated skin as well. And to tackle dehydrated skin, you'd really want to include occlusive skincare products into your skincare routine that prevent that transepidermal water loss and lock all that moisture and hydration into your skin. So dry skin doesn't have enough oil and dehydrated skin doesn't have enough water. I know that some people consider sensitive skin to be a skin type. I just don't consider it that way, and I find this works really well for me when I'm trying to apply this philosophy to build a skincare routine. But I'd love to know what you think. Thanks for watching and have a fabulous day.